Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the MLE Season 10 Conference Playoffs Finals, where we are here with the last playoff conference finals match in the Blizzards facing off against the Knights in the Premier League. I'm still the Killsync, obviously, and I'm still joined by the fantastic JJ. Are you excited for this last matchup of the week?
I am, because this one, while two top seeds, they're the top and the bottom of the top seeds, 1 versus 4, the Blizzard against the Knights. And this one, to me, is the battle of two very proficient players in Comp and J on either side of the pitch, but we can't discount the supporting cast. Maple and Prosperity 2K also both very capable seconds for their respective rosters. And to be honest, though, Killsync, Jay, when he came in for the Knights, hasn't lost a series yet. It's been 6 consecutive series now for Jay since signing with the Knights that the Knights have won, and it just might be what they need to get through a very tough opposition tonight.
It is, and that would really upset, I think, the entirety of the Premier League when you really look down to the nitty-gritty of it, because it would mean all of the first, second, and third seeds second and third seeds didn't even make it to the finals. So potentially we could see an upset in both of the first seeds being completely knocked out, especially if the Knights can keep up the J performance. But tell us about these teams. What should we really expect, shall we say?
Well, the Blizzard coming through as a number 1 seed, the first round bye, and then getting through their old Arctic Division rivals in the Puffins in the second round of the playoffs. The Puffins put them under a little bit of pressure early in that series, but they withstood it, won it 3-1. The Knights, we'll talk about their last couple of matches a little bit here, is they've got the more interesting story. They came in as the Forge Division champions, as the 4 seed. They had to win a rematch from the Season 9 playoffs. The Eclipse actually playing them in that one. The Eclipse had the better of it in Season 9. The Knights came through on the winning side this time, 3-1. They actually got through the Aviators last round in a 3-2 reverse sweep of the Aviators franchise to find themselves here in the Blue Conference Finals against the Blizzard. It's been a tougher road for the Knights, but again, Jay hasn't lost a series yet in Knights colors. We'll see if that's enough to carry them through here against what looks to be on paper a very, very difficult Blizzard roster.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but it's the same thing that we had with the last game that we've just seen going on. The Blizzards have never made it to an MLE Championship Series. Now, that you've got to be asking the question, are we finally able to see a team that has never made it to that stage? Are they fine and capable with actually getting to this stage? Because it seems to be as if they have curses against them.
Well, you want to talk about curses. Both of these teams have kind of a boogeyman in the corner, as the Blizzard haven't made it past this stage of the competition. The Knights, though, they haven't won the title. They made it there last season in Champ League, and Prosperity will want to get back there to try and avenge that loss. He actually lost in 7 to the Rhinos in Champ League. So I think there's a little bit of hunger on the side of the Knights to try and make it through, whereas the Blizzard, they come in as the top seed. They come in with a lot of plaudits going their way in the sense that a lot of people have them picked to make it all the way through this bracket and on, and we'll see who comes out the better of this best of 7.
Yeah, I'm excited. And as we start getting game number 1 underway, is it going to be the Blizzards? Is it going to be the Knight? Is it going to be a blowout, or will they stand the fight? This game number 1, early pressure coming through from the Knights. Prosperity looking to beat out 1. Isn't going to be able to do it. Maple putting it straight to the path of Jay, and it's going to be an attempted demo and a slowdown from Jay, getting the flick over 1, looking to carry on. It's going to be Prosperity alone in the defense now. It's the flick past 1. But still, Comp still chasing it, still looking to get some pressure. An early goal, maybe. But 30 seconds in, and for once, we're not going to be seeing an early goal come in the way of either team, as they're just trading the ball at the moment, giving each other possession in the midfield. Jay up early, looking to get that double touch off the side, sending it off into the Blizzard's defensive area. Another double touch coming through. Not the greatest of passes, though. And this could be straight over the top. And this could be a potential pass as well. And it is. And Comp gets the first goal of the first game for the Blizzards.
The Knights, unfortunately, a little stretched in transition. Prosperity, you can see coming up second in that rotation. It was Jay who had the initial touch in that got cleared away by Maple, and then Jay also having to track back to try and cover off the rotation. Never got enough contact on the ball, and the Blizzard put one off the backboard into a good shooting lane for Comp to take the lead.
Yeah, Prosperity now off onto the backboard. Jay looking for the side, looking for that double touch again. Something that we've seen him do before now, trying to clear the ball. But Prosperity higher and far. It's dangerous, but it is just not going to be an issue for Comp. But what is the relentless up and down, the back and forth between both teams. The boost eventually runs out, and now great pass off of the backboard. It's going to be Comp following up again. I don't think he's going to make any mistakes. The bounce shot sending it straight over the top of Jay, and no issues at all.
Loose touch by Prosperity on the clearance. They're trying to slow the play down the Knights a little bit, force the Blizzard into challenges, and unfortunately, they're just not getting the ball control that they need to make that play work. The Blizzard are playing fast, but they're playing incredibly intelligent as well. They're not forcing the Knights into making mistakes. They're waiting for the Knights to make mistakes, and that's a big thing for the Knights right now. If they can resolve that and force themselves to get past that mental block, they'll start seeing a little bit more success here.
Completely true, but these Blizzards, first seed for a reason. But the Knights are definitely looking to disrupt that. They're not going to just yet. Comp might have the recovery to get the goal, but it's eventually actually faked out Maple as well and caused an issue. Double commit from Jay and Prosperity. Jay needs to get the clear, does so straight to the path of Comp. Comp looking to recover, getting a block onto Prosperity as well, and now following through Maple. He's going to need to recover back onto the defense as Jay is in field, ready for the pass in play. It goes dangerously, and this could be the counter-attack that they needed, but not quite quick enough for Maple. Can't transition it out. Block coming through from Prosperity, and any attempt at further aggression from the Blizzards has just been halted.
It's a good recovery by the Knights. That chance by Jay just missing on the attempted shot by Prosperity, who bounced it really well into space away from the Blizzard defense. There just wasn't a follow-up, and the Blizzard were able to recover on it well to clear it away. The Knights need a little bit more sustained pressure, I think, to break down the Blizzard, because all it takes is one little misplay by the Knights, and the Blizzard have a chance like that. Comp picks up the ball off of Jay's nose, bounces it up to Maple, who drains it for the third.
Yeah, and at this point in time, the Blizzards are having absolutely no problem. Maple up so early for that as well. Upside down, no problem for him whatsoever. Knows full well he's going to get the strongest shot doing so. Bounce shot straight underneath the defender. And, same type of goal that we've seen already previously. Now just popping it over the top. Jay with the challenge. Prosperity looking to clear it far. It's not going to be an issue as Comp picks up the 100. Might look to go onto the ceiling with this one. Does so. Might get the flip reset as well. Instead just looks for the shot. Oh my word, it's gone in. Comp, what are you doing?
This one helped along by the Knights, though, as Comp has all the time and space to make this happen. Gets the touch and it throws the Knights off. Jay's first touch bounces it off the post. It's actually going out for Prosperity, committed to the save as well. Dumps himself down onto the ball, pushes it over the line. It's an own goal for the Knights that puts the Blizzard up by 4 in game 1.
Now Jay needing to try and recoup at least one of the goals, looking to do so, but Comp with a fantastic defense coming through. It's going to be Maple for the clear, not making the touch, so Prosperity off of the backboard is going to be the follow, but Comp there just to touch it up, opts for the boost. Jay putting it high over the crossbar. Prosperity not close enough to follow up, looking for the block, sends it over to Jay. It's going to be Comp reaching it first, baiting Jay into the challenge. Great decision. Pass going through to Maple. Maple with the touch. It's not that strong though. Won't present a challenge for Prosperity, but Prosperity doesn't deal with it in the greatest fashion. Just allowing Jay to take control now. Comp waiting to see what Prosperity can do with the ball. And apparently it's something that doesn't look to favor the Knights here. As Jay transitions out, gets it straight into the path of Comp. Comp off of the backboard, looking to follow up, looking to get goal number 5. And the Blizzard get their 5th.
Sometimes the only pressure that you need to put on is to just sit in a good spot at midfield and wait for the other team to play you the ball, because they're getting frustrated. They're putting themselves into difficult spots, and the Knights have done that time and again in game number 1. They're not getting strong clears. They're not really forcing the Blizzard to chase the game out of the Knights' defensive end, and that's really letting the Blizzard set up and play the game that they want to right now.
And the flip reset coming out from Jay, trying to get that final touch. Prosperity looking to get it off of the backboard. Comp there though to clear it. Jay off of the ceiling, looking to get the block. It's a good block, but it's not going to send it in a direction that they particularly need. Prosperity with a great pinch. It's going to drop dangerously. Jay is already there, but can't find the target. And with Prosperity having already retreated, it's not going to be a follow-up shot from him off of the sidewall. Might look to follow this one up, however, is going to be beaten out by Maple. Comp now taking off onto the side, looking for that double touch, missing in the process. 50 coming out from Maple and Jay. Neutral zone hit though, and a great touch, a great read off of that backboard from Comp, and now just firing it back down into the Knights defensive area. This could be difficult. Prosperity, great half flip, just manages to get a touch. Difficult to deal with and difficult for the Blizzard team, but with 5 goals to the good and 5 seconds left, the Blizzard take game number 1 in dominant fashion.
Comp was so effective for the Blizzard at not just being clinical as a striker and effective as a mechanical presence, but the IQ out of Comp to just sit back and wait on a number of plays to let the Knights play the ball into spots where Comp had a great attack on that ball. You look at the save on the air dribble attempt by Jay near the end of that first game, just waited on the post, never bit on the initial play until the final shot came in, cleared it away seemingly effortlessly by that near post. And the Knights, I think, are going to have to sit back a little bit and try to adjust the game plan because everything they did in this first game just did not work.
Yeah, you're completely right. And I think one of the things that definitely didn't work is the number of shots that the Knights took. 4 total shots. Even if every single one had gone in, they still don't beat the Blizzard. That's how impressive this Blizzard team have been playing so far, in the fact that they're dominant in offense, they're dominant in defense, they're dominant in the midfield. But we know that the Knights are capable of having that sort of dominance because Jay has shown that in the fact that, you know, he hasn't lost so far. That speaks wonders. That says so much about the potential for this Knights team. But Blizzard are number 1 for a reason, and they're showing it. But I think, if we both remember correctly, a number 1 team showed what they were capable of in the first game in another series, and that didn't exactly go in the most favorable direction for them.
And we'll see if the Knights can recover from this opening stumble. The Outlaws did so in the last series. The Knights are going to have to come back strong in this one as Game 2 gets kicked off underway.
It does, and now Blizzard off onto the side. Comp looking to get it over 1, gets it over Jay, still has the recovery. Might look to get it past Prosperity as well, looking for the demo on him. Isn't able to get it, 100 boost pad stolen from Prosperity. Comp just looking to drop it down, might opt to go for the side boost, allowing him to potentially get another piece of attacking play or get a good bit of defense going, and it's going to be easy for him. But the block coming through from Jay, and it lingers in front of the Blizzard goal, and somehow they have not conceded early on in this game. But I tell you who has. That would be the Knights on the counter-attack.
Jay, unfortunately, never got control of that ball. Went around the first attempt by Maple. Comp recognized it aggressively, followed it up, and catches out the Knights in the transition as Prosperity can't find a way to touch that away from the open Knights goal.
And now 1 goal lead again, and it's just a repeat at the moment of game number 1 as the demo comes out. Looks to create just a complete blinding from the smoke screen that it causes. But it's not going to be an issue for the Blizzard as they still carry on. It's a great block from Jay though, looking to follow this one up. Gets the flip reset, has no need to use it though. Correct decision. Now just looking to pop it over, and that, Jay, is fantastic mechanical play with only 0 boost in the tank.
Just waits long enough to bait out the challenge. It's both Maple and Comp who dive at that one. The comms for the Blizzard breaking down a little bit there as they recognize he doesn't have any boost in the tank, but attack a little bit too late. Jay pops it up and over, and the Knights finally get themselves in a tie game.
They do, and for the first goal for them, it was a good one to be scored as well. We saw how well the Blizzard were equipped to deal with Jay's mechanical prowess, but now it's just faltering as Jay looks again to get maybe a second. It looked to be a double touch attempt. Prosperity now with a pinch off onto the sidewall. Comp's going to be clearing it, and it's Maple with the second touch, looking to get it high and wide, but Jay with the miss is going to be able to get this one. However, even with 0 boost, we've seen what he's capable of doing, and it's going to be Prosperity following this one up, looking to get it past Comp. Might just manage it. Isn't going to quite. Jay with a simple shot for Maple to save. Now it looks like Comp's going to be the one to try and take it out. Gets the block, sends it off into the corner, looking for the demo on Jay. Doesn't get it, doesn't even get the bump. But Jay with the miss. Prosperity with a difficulty in the save. It goes high, no one following, and Jay is just going to take his time. Is going to go for a bit of a dribble play here. A little fake attempt. It's not going to be enough to beat out Comp in that situation.
The Knights withstanding a lot of pressure right now out of the Blizzard don't discount the ability for the Knights to get disruptive on that last chance. Oh, Jay off the backboard won't get the touch needed to clear away. Comp just outweighting the Knights off the backboard on that one.
Yeah, it's a great decision to just patiently wait and see what happens with the ball. Comp gets rewarded for it as well. And this is where the game isn't just all about rushing to see who can hit it first and who can beat the opponent. Sometimes it's just waiting to see if your opponent beats himself, as Prosperity does again there. Doesn't get the second touchdown with the boost having been stolen. 10 isn't going to be enough. Fakes the touch onto the sidewall. Tries to get it past Maple, and it's going to be Jay now looking to take control. Again, does so with absolute brilliance. Gets the double 50 and goes away. Prosperity high up onto the sidewall. Comp is nowhere near quick enough to beat out Jay there, but I tell you who is. That's Maple. Beats out one, beats out two. Isn't going to be in a position to score though, and just chasing this one now is Comp. They don't want to allow Jay any time on this ball.
A bit of a rush touch by Prosperity, puts it long, but the Blizzard have done a great job waiting for those long booming clears and then grabbing their boost to come pick up the pieces. Speaking of that, Comp should have put it away. Maple did an amazing job to open the road for Comp, and he put it off the bar.
Yeah, that is definitely something you have to be converting if you're getting the opportunities, just because that one goal extra might make all the difference in this game. The higher the level, the less often these dangerous chances come through. And the attempted bump onto Prosperity, we spoke about in the previous series of high risk, high reward for the demo plays, and this time it's not going to work.
This wasn't the right time to try and dive for that, but there really wasn't a lot that Comp could do otherwise. The play was so quick off the initial touch. Jay just carrying it off the backward on the redirect, and Maple never expected that play to develop in that fashion. Was on the side going for boost, and Prosperity with a great touch puts it into the open net.
Yeah, incredible, and the save coming through from Comp absolutely pivotal. Only 2-all, all even, and with a minute 20 left, you wonder who's going to be the one to score the next goal. Is it going to be Prosperity with a fake out, an attempted block to try and send it into the goal, or is it going to be Jay with a piece of mechanical brilliance as he's probably looking for a flip reset, doesn't quite get it, instead puts it straight into the path of Comp, but now being baited out. The flick comes through, but the bump onto Jay takes him completely out of the play and diminishes the opportunity for this Knights team to get their third in this game and take the lead.
Was a dangerous touch by Prosperity, forced into an awkward one as both the Knights rotate through the defensive corner. Maple on the doorstep, can't find the shot as Jay will recover to clear it away. The Blizzard putting the Knights under pressure after a couple of stanzas in their own end. Still anyone's guess who comes away with game two.
Yeah, and as the clock ticks down, 30 seconds left, and you wonder, is it going to be the Blizzard or is it going to be the Knights that take this, as Comp forces it out onto his own sidewall, takes 100, might look to take this up the ceiling, is going to do so, but instead just goes for the shot. It's too dangerous, but Prosperity manages to save that one out, and as it goes high, Jay's going to be the victor of that challenge, with Comp now having the ability to take control. Prosperity with the block, 13 seconds left, only 10 now. Jay dangerously high, and I think at this point in time, the Blizzard might get one more attempt to clear this out. It's a good opportunity, and as it goes onto the corner wall, we're going to be seeing it put down by Maple and the Blizzard, and we go to overtime in game number 2.
The Knights were really playing with fire on that one, as a couple of opportunities there for Comp to just bring the ball upfield, force the Knights to chase back and try and defend. They go for the pinch play, a little bit of calculated play from the Knights, but no power, no accuracy on the shot, bounces off the boards. Now they've got to defend. Comp with the flick to the back post, big save by Prosperity to keep the team alive here.
Huge save, and then Jay coming in just there with a second. The attempted demo, it works this time. If Comp can get this off of the backboard, if Prosperity misses, that'd be a goal. So that is a phenomenal touch from Prosperity, and Maple might look to just take control of this one. Gets it, but it's straight into the path of Jay. Comp beating out him though. Prosperity looking to follow, and it's a straight shot on target. Have they got back in time? They have. Maple there to make the block. Shouldn't just launch this upfield though. Maybe take a little bit more time. We like to see that from the teams. Bit of a waste of possession, it must be said now. Jay looking infield for Prosperity, instead finds the nose of Comp as Maple looks to wait out Prosperity. And a minute gone in this game, and we might be close to a goal now though, but not quite, as Comp can't get it past Jay.
Big saves out of the Knights, and it's been a huge defensive stanza for them in OT. Here's their chance, though. Comp in retreat, Prosperity with control, looks to flick. Big demo, though, by Maple on Jay in the backfield. Ensures that this is a one and done for the Knights. They finally get free, but they can't find a way through the Blizzard, whose defensive rotations leaves them wanting. There's the flick by Jay. He's got it. The Knights take game 2, 3-2 in overtime.
Yeah, the Knights played so well on that one, and we spoke about it, and I've no doubt we'll revisit the topic at some point. But Jay, mechanical brilliance, outshining the entire field in that respect. It's just great to watch the flick. It's got to be said, defensively, not the greatest positioning on the shadow defending, but it doesn't matter because that flick was just fantastic, taking it just into a place that can't be saved. And in the overtime, the Knights managed to tie up the series.
This was a track meet for both teams, but equally as much a defensive masterclass by both of them here. Comp with a double save here, 6 saves on against 12 shots for the Knights as well. Maple getting 3 saves, 4 each out of both Jay and Prosperity on that one against 11 shots for the Blizzard. Both teams just put shot after shot after shot on the net, and the positioning out of every single player on this one, for the most part, aside from the 5 goals against, were nothing short of phenomenal.
Yeah, this is the first time where I think we can openly say that we've had a completely even match. Now, we say it, it goes to overtime, and you can easily say, oh yeah, well, it was even, it went to overtime. No, chances are sometimes it's a completely unfair matchup that just happens to have gone the full distance. This game, however, 8 saves from the Knights, 9 saves from the Blizzard. You can't get closer than that. You can't get closer than trading off that many saves, trading off that many shots. 1 shot between the 2 teams, 1 save between the 2 teams, 1 goal between the 2 teams. That is a final we wanted.
And now there is nothing to separate these 2 teams in this series. 5 more games potentially to decide a winner, to decide who goes on to face the Outlaws. The Blizzard look to make it them as Maple picks us off the kickoff. Great little flick as well to put the Blizzard ahead. They put that overtime goal out of their minds quickly.
Yeah, a fairly neutral kickoff has got to be said, but Maple, that flick, Prosperity stood absolutely no chance, even though you could see where Maple was going right at the very last second. The speed of it, the sheer power and raw aggression, enough to take it past that final defender. And now it's going to be Comp looking for the flip reset, gets it, lofts it over, and it's just saved out by Jay. And Maple, with a bad touch, is going to send it back straight into the path of Jay, and it's going to be a counter-attack off of what looked to be a potentially beautiful shot from Comp.
Just a little bit too close by Maple off the initial touch. The save by the Knights puts it high and up top. Maple tried to climb the ladder. Unfortunately, the flight of the ball took it too far behind. The Blizzard play it back towards their own end, and Jay makes the pay for it. And it's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, 1-1, and Comp maybe again looking for a flip reset, gets it for the second time, looking for the ground pinch off of the floor, and it might be Maple now going for the shot on target. It's not quite able to squeeze inside, and these 2 teams, this is turned into a freestyle match. The musty attempt off of the flip reset. At this point in time, these guys, they are playing so calm, so collected. That is beautiful, Maple, though. Oh, what a bait.
Perfect patience by Maple as Jay is struggling to get back without boost. Has to read it, has 1 chance to get a touch on the ball, and Maple knows that to a T. Outweights the Knights' defense, comes off the backboard and into the open cage. 2-1 for the Blizzard.
This is brilliant. The sheer quality from both teams here is just phenomenal and unmatched by anything we've seen so far. And it's great that the 2 defenses are able to hold up, but not all the time, as now shot coming through Jay, but it gets blocked out by Maple. And now with 0 boost, Prosperity risking going for any sort of play there as Jay gets it off of the ceiling, looking for the musty flick again, just trying to get some power on, trying to cause issues. Maple hitting it straight into the path of Prosperity. It's going to be Prosperity with Jay dropping it straight down, and Prosperity with the miss. It was such a brilliant pass. You expected a goal.
It was almost just a little too soft for Prosperity, who didn't have the greatest read on it. I think it is to say Comp waited well and really didn't know what to do with it once Prosperity missed. This one loose in front of the net. Comp, though, reads it well, brings it off across. 2 big chances for the Knights to tie this game, and they're still chasing it by a goal.
It could not be any closer at this point in time. Both teams have had opportunities to score more goals in this. Attempted demo plays coming through from Maple. Jay getting the flick, launching it high, maybe looking for a bit of a redirect play, and now with zero boost, it's going to be Comp facing off against Prosperity. Comp getting the bump onto Prosperity, but Prosperity not needing to jump, so the bump down doesn't actually cause any issues, and now just messing about with the ball on his sidewalk. Maple looking for some sort of interruption and disruption play as Jay clears it straight to the path of Maple. Maple putting it straight onto the roof of Prosperity. Not entirely sure how that didn't go straight back firing towards the Blizzard corner, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be glad it didn't. And now Comp slowing down the play for the first time, and it's a very big change of pace that might just favor this Blizzard team, and it has, as the side flip comes through on defense, and Maple makes it 3.
It's actually a big demo that sets this up. Jade has to do better with this touch, but unfortunately Prosperity in front got demoed. There's no follow-up available for the Knights on that one, and Jay's initial touch just falls down to the midfield. The Blizzard pick it up right on halftime. It's a 2-goal lead.
It is, and at this point, the Knights, again, similarly to Game 1, they look like they are struggling once more, but can they get it back as Jay now looks to bait out Maple like he was baited out previously, and Maple looking for the flip reset. This is something that we're going to be seeing a lot from these guys. The mechanical style of play is definitely in favor. It's going to drop down dangerously, but Comp has a great read. Zero boost, though. It's going to be left to Maple to try and cause some issues for this Knights defense. Isn't going to manage it as Jay takes it out. Going to just let Comp take the challenge. Not the best idea as it comes dangerously close. Maple won't be able to take this one, but Jay, without the touch, is just trying to bait out Comp. This is a mind game and a half, forcing Comp to make a decision, forcing him to make a play, and it is definitely the right decision being made.
Two of the most intellectually skilled players on the field right now. Also, two of the most mechanically skilled players to go along with it in Jay and Comp. You can see these attempts by both players to get the better of the mind game between them. It's patient play. It's forcing the other one to make a move, almost to invite them into a blunder, similar to a chess match in some ways. Just waiting for that one move that opens up the offense for either side.
Yeah, and now Jay looking to bounce past it over the top of Comp. Comp, great decision to force out Prosperity and gets the boost still. He's going to force him back into a defensive spot. But that's such a risky double commit on the 50s. But fortunately for the Knights, they're able to hold off. And that looked like it could have been a fourth. But this Knights team, they have to do something here.
Well, there's a big double commit by the Blizzard here at the far corner. It'll go loose into the far side, but the Blizzard, Comp's already back. Even without boost, can just line up for 250s. Look at the way, sets up the second challenge against the Knights. Now Jay has to win the mind game, can't do it. Comp's 50 game is on point right now, winning every challenge.
And even though winning every challenge, still unable to find the goals to get back into this game, but might find the double touch here. You expect Jay to score these. Unfortunately, this time going a little bit too freestyle. I think Jay maybe had accepted that this game was all but over for the Knights as the Blizzard maybe look to take it. One more goal, but can't quite get it on target. Gonna look to keep it up though. This is arguably rule number 1, depending on which rule you deem to be rule number 1, and that is exactly why. 4 goals to 1 in game number 3, and the Blizzard take it.
It was a really tough game for the Knights as the Blizzard did a good job of taking advantage of the Knights' mistakes, and then they didn't give up anything in return. Comp was well positioned in a number of chances that might have been a goal in another game, in another place and time with a different player in the backfield for the Blizzard. But you talk about intelligent plays. Both teams had intelligent plays on this one here as Jay and Comp just didn't, it didn't work out for Jay on this day. It's tough, Kilsing. It's really tough to try and beat a player that's as smart as Comp.
It is, and you know it's going to be frustrating. You know it's going to be frustrating, especially as Jay is, as we've said, so mechanically gifted. Normally, in a situation of Jay's, you're probably one of the most gifted, most talented mechanical players on the pitch. And in this instance, it's a head-to-head between Jay and Comp. And having that fight, having that battle, it then becomes who has the more, shall we say, important second man. And I don't mean important in the sense of who is playing better. I mean important in the sense of who is contributing to the team composition as well. And in this case, that happens to be Maple, who is just complementing Comp so unbelievably well that they are just managing to hold off this lead and then managing to take that 2 games to 1 in the series.
Hey, don't discount the fact that Maple had a hat trick in that last game. Comp's only goal was the 0-second one that the Knights allowed them to have on that. Prosperity kind of wilted a little bit in that last game, just wasn't quite effective at being that disruptive presence in the Blizzard and to allow Jay a little bit more space to make things happen. The Blizzard did a very, very good job in limiting the Knights to only solo plays out of Jay that last time around. There's another big double commit by the Knights, and it won't make them pay. Big chance at midfield. It's a good block by Maple.
Yeah, great block by Maple. Maple this time as well, looking for the double. It pops it high. Comp is not following, but the miss from Prosperity. This is a bit lackluster in the defense from Knights. That's a bit worrying, it's got to be said. I'm hoping that they can pick that up just a little bit now as Maple gets it to Comp off of the sidewall, looking for the follow-up. Not going to waste any more boost, though. Can see doesn't have the opportunity to actually get a stranglehold on the ball at all. But that is risky. It's a great pass to Comp. Comp trying to just squeeze it past the inside of Jay's rotating offense. But it's a good pass from him. Prosperity with a shot. This could be risky. Jay has to patiently wait out here. Goes for the squishy and just waits on the sidewall instead. Great decision because it definitely made Maple think twice.
Definitely. The first touch by Maple, though, left a lot to be desired. Kind of took it too far across goal, and Jay recognized that quickly enough to not commit to the save, was able to wait that one out, and didn't have to actually give up the shot against.
Completely true, and now going off the ceiling. Prosperity looking to get that ceiling touch. Oh, that's a big miss. That is an uncharacteristic miss from the Blizzard there. Prosperity and Jay managing to find that goal from nothing.
It's a tough read to try and make. Comp was backed up so far into the Blizzard net, and that ball never really came out in front. It was almost like a misread. Thought it might be coming out more central than it did. It was actually shallow to the near post, and as Comp went up for the challenge, it bounced over top because it just wasn't far enough out on the read.
Yeah, that's true, and 1 goal to the good for the Knights. I'm not sure entirely how, I won't say deserved, but how calculated it was. And now the misses just coming out from the Blizzard. It looks as though the Knights might have them ever so slightly rattled, the double commits, but fortunately it will pay off as Comp takes it out to the side, looking to get that pinch. It's going to be Jay shutting that down immediately. Has the 100 boost to work with. That's a shot on target, though. Prosperity needs to work well with this. Again, takes that 100 boost onto the side, and now the team have a lot to play with. That's a great shutdown, and that's a great goal. What a decision to shut them down early in the midfield.
It was kind of a predictable play by Prosperity. You can see that little wiggle to the outside. Comp would have known that Jay was on the infield pass because of Comp's position on that midfield line coming in at the challenge. As soon as you see the player dive outside, you know where that ball's going to go. There's no flick coming. It's always infield to that other player. Comp cuts it off perfectly.
Yeah, and this is where a bit of dominance on the midfield really can go a very, very long way. And the reading of a play is absolutely imperative to a team's victory. And now faking the pass over to the right. Comp knows exactly what happened previously, was looking to do it to them as well. Now looking for the ground pinch, gets it high instead. It's a double commit, but Prosperity still having the boost to follow up. Is going to be Maple, isn't going to be able to take the shot. And now Comp clearing it out off onto the side, hoping to cause issues. Maple with the block, has 0 boost to contest with, but that unbelievable shot, the goal not coming though, as Comp follows through, can't find it under the crossbar, and somehow in this game, we're still tied up. Oh no, we're not. Maple with the goal, securing the lead now for the Blizzard.
Twice now Comp has missed open nets, but that's a miss that Prosperity will want back. It's uncontested. Maple messed up the wave dash to get onto the boards, got spun around, and Prosperity just didn't attack the ball quickly enough, never made contact on the clearance, and Maple picks it up, puts it upper side, near side 90, and the Knights chasing this one again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate misses even there. Prosperity had an opportunity to get a goal. Great pass from Jay, and they're just not being converted. And at the moment, you've got to be questioning what the comms are. You've got to be wondering if Jay is speaking to Prosperity and saying to him, you know, dude, just calm down, just chill. You're a great player. You've got great mechanics, great playing ability. We just need to play ourselves, because at the moment it feels as though the Knights are trying to combat Blizzard pretty much 1-for-1, and it's just not working out.
Oh, big butt by Jay! It's a cosmic brain play, universe brain play, galaxy brain play by Jay. Little chip from the backfield follows this up. Maple bites. Jay goes around and says, you know what, Comp, stay away. It's going in. It's a 2-2 ball game.
Oh, that was absolutely unreal. And at first, it looked like the ball had just traveled too far away from Jay. And that just shows the ability of a player who is able to adapt under the circumstances, adapt, overcome, and survive, and he has done so beautifully. But now Jay just taking it away from his own teammate, getting bumped. It's going to be Comp. He's going to look for a flip reset at some point. I can tell you that right now, and the double touch looking imminent. So close. But what is great is that you can see the plays coming, and you can see the potential for a monster hit coming through. Prosperity challenging Maple. Maple the victor of that one. Comp going to be following this one up. Let's Prosperity take control. Maple with the shot, and it's just going to go wide. Jay looking to get the recovery. It's not going to be an easy one for him as he looks to take it out. The attempted block coming through from Maple, not going to work. Prosperity a one-on-one against Comp. Who wins on this one? Comp says, I do. As now it's going to be Comp versus Jay, the battle of the Titans, the 1v1s, and it's going to be Comp coming out victorious. 10 seconds left, and they take the lead.
Jay trying to shadow this one through the corner, grabs the boost, and unfortunately gave up that little self-pass to Comp. Tried to read it, Comp played it away really effectively just underneath the Knights player. Prosperity can't cut the angle down in time, and the Blizzard go coast to coast, post to post, and put in potentially the game winner.
Yeah, and at this point, one goal to get back though. Prosperity has the chance. The 0 second, the flick comes through, but it's not going to be strong enough as Comp drops it to the ground. The Blizzard take game number 4. They go 3-1 up in the series, and now we're having a repeat of the previous game.
Again, the Knights just not able to find the offense they needed. They had a couple opportunities to really press the Blizzard back, and for whatever reason, they just couldn't find the touches they needed to. It was a little bit of individual brilliance out of Jay to pull them level. You talk about the bump play after chipping it out of the end, and Prosperity for all of the attempts that they had to try and flick that ball clear. It just felt like the touches weren't coming through and really being effective for the Knights. And Comp is just the type of player that you have to kind of get physical to, and the Knights haven't really been doing that since the game that they won.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the huge issues coming through. I think another one is both teams actually, and this goes to say something really, because Blizzard are currently 3-1 up in games, so most people are probably looking and say, well, you know, they're not doing anything wrong, like they're just playing perfect. But there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of uncharacteristic misses coming through from both of these teams. That is something that we don't see from these players right now. And that just goes to show how much of an effect the sheer quality of the opposition is having on the mentality of the two teams playing here. Because they worry that, oh no, what if somebody is following this up? What if this is happening? What if this is happening? They are constantly thinking in the back of their minds, I might get chased here and I might get scored on.
Well, imagine to the occasion here, both of these teams looking to get through into a championship series for their franchise. The Knights trying to get back there after last season. The Blizzard trying to make their first ever as Prosperity with an open net to shoot at, can only tap it off the backboard again. Big chance for the Knights to take the lead here in Game 5.
It is, and Jay with the flip reset isn't going to get a chance to use it, however, as he's beaten out by the defense. And now Comp taken out over one bump from Jay. It's now going to be the battle of the second men as Maple and Prosperity head to head. Prosperity, the winner of that one, is going to follow this up as well, but Comp popping it over to the side, takes the 100 boost and just re-rotates back into that center field position, hoping Jay doesn't beat out Maple, hoping that Maple can keep something and cause some damage. Prosperity now down into the center, and it's going to be Comp just taking it patiently. Doesn't need to go rushing in head first, but what doesn't need to be happening is that Jay, you beauty, takes the first goal of game number 5.
Talk about not needing to rush in. Maple comes careening from the other side, desperate to try and make a save, knowing Jay has control of that. Jay knows that the control is all his. Waits out Maple, puts it into the open cage behind Comp, and the Knights have an important goal and a lead here in Game 5.
Yeah, and a lead that, believe me, the Knights will be so grateful for. But now it's going to be Comp taking this one out, forcing the 50, 0 boost, forcing the rotation on his side as well. But Jay and Prosperity just messing about with this ball. They're trying, it feels like, to bait out Blizzard, knowing that they're just so overly aggressive that they might get a goal off of the counter-attack. And Jay, do you think maybe that is the strategy now that the Knights are employing?
I actually think it's the opposite. They recognize that Comp has the intelligence to wait back at midfield for a loose clearance, so they're trying to force Comp to chase in and try and bring in towards the 50. That's the opportunity they have to get past. If they can win that initial 50, if they can force Comp to chase back, there's openings there because Maple's just got that little bit of an itch to try and make things happen if Comp gets beat.
That's true. So I think the agreement is maybe, you know, the Knights aren't potentially playing the match per se. They're just trying to play Comp, and that demo might just do it, but Comp gets back in time, and now we're going to be seeing potential mind games from Jay. Not going to happen though, as Maple gets the bump, and Prosperity is going to take it slow, take it up that sidewall, look maybe to get a pass down to Jay, gets it, Jay with the shot, it's going to be dangerous, the double touch is there, and Jay has managed to find it in the most peculiar of circumstances.
What a play by Prosperity. Waited for Maple to pick up the boost, then got inside, got behind that ball, just tipped it away from the Blizzard. Comp has to read it. It's so difficult. Jay gets up, puts the first one off the backboard, and just stays far enough in front of that ball to give it one more touch over top of the Blizzard defense.
Yeah, absolutely unreal. And now the Knights are really stepping into their comfort zone. But that early challenge in the demo that looked inevitable, and it was, onto Prosperity, it might give him enough time to make a play here, as the spawn is unfavorable for Prosperity, but manages to make it back in time. We might see Maple just chase this one. Does so, but Comp is going to get the clear and the boost stolen as well. This is going to be a retreat for Jay as he tries to get the clear. Oh my word! What has happened here?
Okay, so that's a tough 50, and those are the ones that, in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking at your life flashing before your eyes at the pearly gates, that's the save that you regret not making.
Yeah, I definitely think that is the case. That one is, I mean, I know we said some uncharacteristic misses. That one is beyond that. That would be an exception to the rule, in the sense of that would be an understatement. However, they will definitely look to ignore that and get rid of it, and Jay will definitely want to get a goal back to make up for that miss. But the game continues. It doesn't stop just because one error is made, but that block is fantastic, and Comp patiently waiting out, gets the touch off into the corner. Jay lofting the clear over towards Blizzard, and they have started, it's got to be said, stepping back into their old ways. Jay, I don't know if you feel the same here, but they just seem to be launching the balls upfield now.
A lot of it is Comp waiting for the play to happen. The Knights, they're struggling a little bit. It's almost as if that save rattled them just a little bit. And Maple's doing a great job being a disruptive presence, and that is going to do it. It's a loose ball in the Blizzard end. Comp will bury it from midfield, but don't count out Maple, putting the Knights in a tough spot, getting them in rotation, and Comp just a seeing eye shot from the parking lot, 2 counties over, and it's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, that is just a cracking finish. I know that it's an open goal, but it doesn't matter. You've got to understand the pressure you have when you're a goal down to go for something like that. It's going to be a flip reset again, isn't it? Of course it is! As Comp gets the leading goal now for the Blizzard, and oh my, how they've turned this game around.
Prosperity just diving in at that challenge, never intended to challenge Comp, but Comp had boost, had time and space, and the mechanical ability to just go around that aggressive fake challenge and go into the open space. Jay had no opportunity to play that ball. It was a really big risk by Prosperity. It didn't pay off, and now the Knights 2-0 up at one point, down 3-2, and facing match point.
And Jay, I've got to ask, with the last minute left, do you think that we're starting to see the Knights crack?
I would have to say that after that first goal went in from Jay missing the save on what had to be said a completely uncontested clearance by the Blizzard, you have to get the sense that they might have cracked. They have time left to get back into this, but they just have to play an intelligent game of Rocket League. Jay, though, will take that one, gets Comp on the goal line, and the Knights back in it.
I have got to question Comp's decision to wait so long in that situation. I'm sorry, but if you are a goal ahead with less than 40 seconds remaining, you have to get it out of your goal line, and Comp just gets dunked immediately, and that is exactly the way they would have wanted it to go. I am not sure what is happening on the defense from these two teams now, but they both are looking rattled.
It's scrappy, it's ugly Rocket League right now, but I'll be damned if it isn't entertaining.
Yeah, you can definitely say that again. This is one of the most entertaining matches we've been presented with, because if the Blizzard take this, they go through to the finals, and if the Knights do, they might just be able to recover this lead. We might see a flip reset from Comp. Again, we expect it now whenever he goes up for the ball, but instead, it's 0 seconds. Prosperity attempting to be bumped and demoed. Not gonna happen. And overtime in what could be the final match of this game.
Comp did just enough on Prosperity off of that last challenge to put off the carry by the Knights player. They had boost and time to work with, but that aggressive presence by Comp kept it away. A couple of chances already for either team through the neutral zone. And this one, there's just so much tension in it, Killsync. You get the sense that one of these teams might crack. Prosperity actually pausing on that, waiting to see if it was in. That pause in retreat might have the Knights under pressure here.
Yeah, I think at this point the Knights just look a little bit more worried than the Blizzard do. It's a great flick up, but it's not going to be beating Comp today, as Jay gets the clear, tries to force it off into their corner. The block not quite coming through. The double commit, the over commit, as now Prosperity gets it played over the top. Jay looks to pop it down, and now again we're going to be seeing Maple coming up against Jay. The 100 boosts going the way, but the pinch play, and it's an unfortunate end to the game. And my word, Blizzard take it in what I've got to say was not a fashion I think anybody wanted to see, but credit to them anyway.
Maple did such an intelligent job, got Prosperity to play the weak first clear by looking like the challenge was imminent, turning away at the last second, and then following up on the follow-up play by Prosperity to win the 50, just setting up on the outside to angle that 50 goalward. It was always going to go towards the goal, and the Blizzard will see off the Knights in what had to be one of the most difficult fashions possible. The Knights were a tough opponent, but Comp and Maple found a way through.
They did, and what an amazing, incredible series to watch. The number 1 seed finally going through in the Premier League. It looked like there was going to be that opportunity, the real bad opportunity to potentially go down, but instead the Blizzard managed to hold on, they managed to beat out the Pirates, and they managed to do incredible. But there's one thing I want to announce to you guys. Yesterday we spoke about the Forge giveaway winner for the 100% discount code for a coaching session, and I'm proud to announce Rudy has won the 100% discount code for a coaching session courtesy of our friends over at Forge Coaching. Congratulations to Rudy on that one. But for now, we're going to be having an interview with one of the winners. It's going to be Maple coming in with us right now.
I think we're still trying to get things plugged in, Killsync, so we'll have to let that one sit for a minute while we get that set up. Let's give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors. As always, Balls Guarana Energy Soda, a longtime sponsor of MLE. There's been a ton of great plays throughout the course of this match. Make sure you have them all clipped. Send them to us on Twitter at MLE Sports GG with the hashtag MLEPOTW. Submit them for the play of the week presented by Balls Guarana. And Power A controllers, quality controllers at a reasonable price for systems dating back to the PS3 days. If you like the old DualShocks and you want to pick up one of theirs, as they're pretty tough tough to come by nowadays. And a shout out as well to ballchasing.gg coming on board to help with analysis and analytics for all of your Rocket League needs. You can check them out at ballchasing.gg. Killsync, it's been a couple of good series. I think you and I would both agree that the champions elect for either side of the bracket are worthy winners, but we won't hesitate any longer here. We've got Maple on standby, ready to come in for the interview, so let's waste no more time and get the winners interview going. Maple, first of all, can you hear us? And then second of all, congratulations on a 4-1 victory. What are your first thoughts after coming out of that?
Thanks, guys. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Comp and I were kind of just going in, and I felt way more confident in that series than previous week, so I'm glad I was able to play up to par. But I just also wanted to say hashtag justice for Kilt, because I know he had an unfortunate loss last week, so we wanted to win that for him, definitely.
I definitely respect that. There's one question I've been dying to ask whoever decided to come in for this interview. How many times did Comp say in your comms, I'm going for a flip reset?
At this point, I really just kind of sit behind him. I'm like, all right, well, he's going for another flip reset, so there's no reason for me to even be on the pitch. So I let him go, and he had so many close chances, and unfortunately, none of them went in. But next week, he's definitely scoring one. So.
Do you think there's a little bit of a tough task for you having to play behind a player with that kind of caliber sometimes? Like there's a lot to be said on the shoulders of a player like Comp that has that kind of mechanical and intelligence behind them. But then you have to know that if they don't come up with that big play, that you have to be there to come up with a big play of your own, and that's got to be a little bit draining for you, no?
Yeah, I mean, Comp is super confident with his play, and I am able to adapt to his aggressive play style. So I let him go for the big plays, and I'm always there to clean up if needed. But sometimes I get my chance to shine if he's zero boost or something. I'll just go upfield. So that's my opportunity to go up and make a play.
Considering how well you played this week, how confident do you feel going in to next week's final? Do you know who you're playing next week, by the way?
I think I'm playing Lottie, right? Lottie Lettuce. They won their previous series.
The Outlaws did.
That's right, yeah.
The Outlaws did win, yeah. So how do you feel? Because obviously, I mean, you've name dropped Lottie, so I'm assuming you might have played with or against him in the past. How does that make you feel? Are you pretty confident that you might be able to take it?
Yeah, I mean, I know Lottie is an incredible player, so I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good matchup. But I am pretty confident in our play now. So after getting this series out of the way, I'm excited and I'm ready.
6 days separate you from the Blizzard's franchise first championship appearance. Any final shout-outs before we send you off into the evening?
Just shout out to Comp and all the players on the Blizzard for making this season awesome. This is our first time as a franchise in the grand finals, so super happy to make that happen, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
Well, congratulations again. We'll let you go celebrate with your team while we finish up the last little bits and bobs before we go. It was Maple Syrup from the Blizzard with the winners interview here on the final match of the evening here for Season 10's Conference Finals Killsync. It's been a ride, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been an incredible ride. I mean, we saw some of the most confusing goal lines in the previous series that we watched. Some 6-1s, some 7-1s, some 6-3s that I thought were 6-1s somehow. And then we get on the flip side and we come to the next series and we're seeing some of the closest games that we have ever seen, battling out saves, shots, and goals. It's been incredible, and I can only stress how excited and how hyped I am to know next week is going to be all these teams that we've seen winning playing off against each other, because we know that's going to be incredible.
You don't want to go anywhere. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the follow button. Set your alarm clocks. 5:30 Eastern is when we get kicked off with the pregame shows. And then at the top of the hour, 6 o'clock Eastern, the Foundation League Championship Series will take to the field. But for now, we're going to send you off to the night. That's been Killsync. I've been Inanimate J. Follow us at MLE Sports GG, and we'll see you back Saturday evening for the MLE Championship Series.